Hi everyone, I'm Leslie Draper with today's angel message. So today what we're going to talk about are labels that we identify with. And a lot of you are having those questions about politics. So that's where we're going to spend our time today. Okay, we all know that there are two major parties in our political system here in the United States. So over here we have the Democrats, and over here we have the Republicans. Okay, now we also say we can identify over here as liberal and over here as conservative. And then, you can have the moderates right here. And so we continue to break this down. We have CNN, and over here we have Fox. We can even break this down further. We can break this down into the people, the major news people that we look to if we're looking for our liberal news versus our conservative news. Here's what we're missing, friends. Here we think that we're getting a choice. We think that we're choosing a belief system that separates us from the others. So if we're believing over here, these people are separate. If we're believing over here, then those people are separate. This system is meant to separate us from each other, but here's the big picture that we're missing, okay? This is all just one buffet, and all of it is prepared by one chef. So anytime you're choosing something from this selection right here, you're choosing something prepared by the same chef off the same buffet. So you're not having this individual perspective that you think. You're buying into a system that is meant to divide us, a system that is meant to say, well, if I'm Democrat and you're Republican, then we believe differently and we can't be friends. Or I'm very, very liberal and you're conservative, therefore we're never going to see eye to eye. What we're missing is that it's the same buffet, and the same one chef prepares all of this. See, one chef does it all, prepares the entire buffet, and then we go around thinking we have free will, thinking we're choosing a belief system that is individual to us, not realizing we're picking from the same buffet as those that we think are separate from us, because we're all eating off the same buffet. This is why Spirit is saying to not engage in this type of politics, because it's all the same. It's the same chef, it's the same buffet. So regardless of which side you think you're fighting on here, you're still just part of that system. Spirit is asking us to get rid of this. This is a 3D system, okay? It's a 3D system based on falsehood. It's a 3D system meant to divide us. It's meant to separate us. It's meant to say, well, I can't get along with any of my liberal friends. They're just too liberal for me. Or all my conservative family members, they just don't even get it. It's meant to keep us separate, because the truth is, if we ever realized that we were one people, one consciousness, one humanity, then we wouldn't all be eating from the same buffet prepared by the same chef. We would reject all of it and create a system where everybody is entitled to food, access to medicine. There's more than enough resources on this planet. There's more than enough to make sure everybody has food, everybody has access to medicine. The problem is that the chef, the one who's creating this buffet, has us believing that there's not. They have us believing that we have to fight for all of it. And now with the recent things, they have one side who's typically been known. I used to really associate as being very liberal, and I associated being very liberal with being very loving. But what we're seeing is we're being manipulated. We are being flat out manipulated by a system that is trying to keep us fully engaged, fully brainwashed by this system. We have to stop engaging and go create a better system. And that is what Spirit is asking us to do. They're asking us to not feed this anymore. Go create the world that you want. Go help a neighbor. Just today, my morning client was leaving to take her neighbor to a doctor's appointment. Another client this morning is someone who works to free children from child trafficking. These are the things that we do, individuals that make this world a better place. In order to do that, we really have to stop buying into this side is the enemy of this side, and that this side will never understand this side. Because regardless of whether we're watching Rachel Maddow or Anderson Cooper, both are getting their marching orders from the same place. And that same place is exactly what Bernie Sanders talked about, the global elite. Now, I know he's not talking about that as much anymore, but that doesn't mean it's not there, and that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means that his hands are being tied on what he can say at this time. But all of that is still true. The global elite, they're the chef. They're the one chef. And they're the one preparing all these dishes. So whether I watch Fox or CNN, whether I watch Anderson or I watch Rachel, whether I identify as liberal or conservative, whether I vote straight Democrat or straight Republican, all of that is part of the system that keeps us trapped. We have to get rid of this entire thing and start building a world that works for everybody. And that is today's angel message. I hope that makes sense. I know this is going to really touch some nerves, because if you're still indoctrinated into the system and you believe that one side has taken away from your side, and you're angry and you're wanting to fight back, and you identify so much as this side, sure, this is going to push your buttons because you're indoctrinated in it. You know, you can't see outside of that one buffet because that buffet offers you everything you want, all the belief systems you want, all of the news media that you want, all of it. But what we have to do is be willing to look away from it, be willing to look outside of this 3D system and go create the new system that's going to work for everybody. That's what we're tasked to do. That is exactly why we are where we are in this world. This is why we're here politically. This is why we're here sociologically. And that is why we're here spiritually. It's time to create the new and get rid of the old systems. It's time to completely destroy this buffet and kick that cook out of the kitchen, okay? And start bringing in lots of different cooks who offer real choice. That's today's angel message, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Namaste.